I never imagined I'd find myself in this situation, but I need an outside perspective, so here I am. I'm a 28-year-old woman, the eldest of two siblings. My brother Tom and I grew up incredibly close, despite our age gap. We didn't have much. Our dad worked in construction and our mom was a teacher, but we always had each other. Tom was always my protector. He stood up to bullies, supported me through heartbreaks, and was there for me when I started my first job. When Tom met Bella during their sophomore year of college, I was excited. She seemed like the perfect fit for him. Smart, beautiful, and from a solid family. They dated for 3 years before getting married. I was the maid of honor and helped plan the whole wedding, making sure everything was perfect. Bella quickly became like a sister to me, and we spent holidays together as one big, happy family. But everything started to change a year ago when Bella's health began to deteriorate. She was constantly exhausted, and after a series of tests, she was diagnosed with kidney disease. Her condition only worsened despite medications. 3 months ago, her doctor told her that a transplant was essential for her survival. They tested Bella's family, but no one was a match. Next, they turned to Tom, but he wasn't compatible either. That's when they asked me to get tested. I agreed right away. Bella was like family, and I couldn't bear the thought of losing her. The test showed I was a perfect match, and I began preparing for the surgery. I arranged time off work, moved some finances around for recovery, and mentally braced myself to undergo such a significant procedure to help the person who had been so close to me. Then, everything took a devastating turn. Last week, my best friend Lisa, who I've known since middle school, called me in tears. She told me that Bella and Tom had been spreading vicious rumors about me. According to them, I was having an affair with Lisa's husband, Mark. They claimed that we'd been sneaking around together, staying in hotels while Lisa was out of town, and even suggested that I was trying to break up their marriage. The rumors were utterly false. Mark is like a brother to me. We only interact during group events or talk about our goddaughter, Lisa, and Mark's daughter, whom I adore. But when I confronted Tom and Bella, they didn't deny the rumors. Bella explained they'd spread the lies to protect Lisa, claiming they'd seen the way I looked at Mark during family gatherings. Tom backed her up, saying that several people had commented on my inappropriate behavior with him. I was shocked. I'd spent the last year helping them through Bella's illness, driving them to doctor appointments, cooking meals when Bella was too sick, researching kidney disease, and even offering to donate my kidney. All the while, they were destroying my reputation and my closest friendship. I immediately told them I was withdrawing my offer to donate. Tom exploded in anger, accusing me of killing his wife over petty drama. Bella cried, claiming they only spread the rumors out of concern for Lisa, but that didn't make sense. If they truly cared about Lisa, why would they try to destroy her marriage by telling her that her husband was cheating? When I pointed this out, Bella changed her story, claiming they had only told a few close friends. But Lisa showed me screenshots proving otherwise. Bella had messaged dozens of people, including Mark's coworkers' wives, warning them about me. She even told mutual friends to exclude me from gatherings, labeling me a homewrecker. My parents got involved after Tom called them. They accused me of being selfish and heartless, with Mom even reminding me how Tom had always protected me growing up. When I showed her Bella's messages, Mom dismissed them, saying Bella's life was at stake. Dad hasn't spoken to me since. The news spread like wildfire through our extended family. Aunts, uncles, even cousins. Everyone was turning against me, calling me a terrible person. Only my cousin Amy and Lisa supported me. Amy said she had always felt something was off about Bella, and Lisa said she couldn't believe they had used her marriage as a weapon against me. Tom keeps texting, calling me vindictive, saying I'm choosing drama over saving his wife's life. But this isn't just drama. For an entire year, they've been systematically trying to ruin my friendships and my reputation. They wanted everyone to believe I was a terrible person, all while accepting my help and support with Bella's illness. Yesterday, I blocked their numbers after Tom sent a final message saying I was dead to him. My parents are still trying to pressure me to reconcile. Mom says I'll regret this when Bella dies and that I'm throwing away my relationship with my only brother. Maybe they're right, but I can't stop thinking, What kind of people would spread such vicious lies about someone who has been nothing but supportive? What else might they do to me in the future? Lisa believes I'm making the right decision. She says that real family doesn't try to destroy you. But I'm struggling with guilt. Bella's health is declining, and I could help her, but after everything they've done, I can't shake the feeling that I'm being used. Am I wrong to refuse to donate my kidney? Should I put aside their betrayal because Bella's life is at risk? I feel like I'm losing my mind with everyone telling me I'm making the wrong choice. Update. Things have only gotten worse since my last post. Bella's condition has worsened rapidly, and she's now hospitalized. My parents have essentially turned our entire extended family and our church community against me. They've told everyone that I'm refusing to save an innocent woman's life out of spite, and people I barely know are messaging me, calling me a murderer. At the grocery store yesterday, my uncle cornered me and screamed that I'm no longer a Christian. Friends from church are posting Bible verses about helping others and tagging me in them. Even the pastor's wife called to suggest I seek counseling for my hardened heart. I had to block dozens of people and make my social media private. But then something came to light that made everything clearer. Lisa's cousin Jenny, who works as a nurse at the hospital where Bella is being treated, overheard the medical team discussing Bella's refusal to consider other treatment options. Apparently, Bella had been offered several alternatives, such as peritoneal dialysis and clinical trials, but rejected them all, insisting that I would donate my kidney. The doctors even told her she could start dialysis while waiting for a transplant, but Bella wouldn't consider it. She believed I would be the one to save her. When I shared this with my parents, they accused me of making up lies to justify my decision. Mom said I was trying to blame Bella for my cruel choice. It's hard to know what's right anymore, but I can't keep sacrificing my peace and my integrity for people who have shown they'll stop at nothing to manipulate and destroy me. They refuse to believe that Bella would risk her health like that. Tom went on a long rant on Facebook, accusing me of letting his wife die while spreading lies about her. The comments were filled with people I grew up with, condemning me. I couldn't take it anymore, so I went straight to Bella's doctor. He was initially reluctant to discuss another patient's case, but when I explained the situation, especially that I was the potential kidney donor, they opened up. He confirmed everything Jenny had said. Bella repeatedly refused to consider other options or join waiting lists because she was certain she would receive my kidney. He was frustrated that she had gambled with her health, relying solely on this one possibility instead of exploring alternatives sooner. But what really broke me was what Amy told me yesterday. She visited Bella in the hospital, as they were still technically family. While she was there, she overheard a conversation between Tom and Bella. Bella was crying about needing my kidney, and Tom casually said, "Don't worry, when she donates, we'll cut her off completely. She won't be able to spread lies about us anymore." They were plotting to take my kidney and then erase me from their lives entirely. When I told my parents about this, they dismissed Amy's account, claiming she was just jealous of my relationship with Tom. Tom and Bella, of course, denied it when confronted, but it made perfect sense. They never apologized for the rumors they spread about me and Mark. All they wanted was my kidney. I eventually decided to go no contact with my parents. They kept showing up at my house, trying to pressure me into donating. Yesterday, my mom broke down crying, saying I wasn't the daughter they raised, that they sacrificed everything to give Tom and me a good life, and this is how I repay them. That hurt more than anything else, but I couldn't give in. These people tried to destroy my reputation, ruin my best friend's marriage, and now they wanted to use me for my organs, only to discard me afterward. How could my parents not see how twisted this was? How could they expect me to go through with a major surgery for people who hate me so much? I just want this nightmare to end. Update 2. Bella has been moved up on the donor waiting list due to her deteriorating condition. Her doctors finally convinced her to consider other treatment options after I firmly refused to donate. My parents still see this as proof that I'm somehow killing her by not donating and have only sent guilt-tripping messages. Then, this Tuesday, everything changed. Mark called me urgently and asked to meet. He looked terrible, like he hadn't slept in days. When we met at a coffee shop, he finally confessed something that made everything fall into place. Last year, while Lisa was on a work trip to Chicago, Bella tried to seduce him at a neighborhood barbecue. According to Mark, Bella got drunk and followed him to the garage when he went to get more beer. She tried to kiss him and admitted she'd always been attracted to him. When he rejected her and said he needed to leave, she got angry, threatening that if he ever told anyone, she'd accuse him of coming onto her instead. 2 weeks later, Tom and Bella started spreading rumors about Mark having an affair with me. It was never about protecting Lisa. It was Bella's revenge for being rejected. Mark felt guilty for not speaking up sooner, but he had been terrified of Bella's threats. He only came forward now because he couldn't handle the guilt of seeing me vilified by everyone. When Lisa found out, she was furious. She drove straight to the hospital to confront Bella. Tom tried to physically block her from entering, but Lisa told him everything right there in the hallway. Tom didn't believe it at first, but when they went into Bella's room, Lisa confronted her. Bella broke down, claiming she was drunk and had made a mistake, but then blamed Mark, saying he had led her on for months by flirting at family gatherings and texting her late at night. Mark showed everyone the truth. Their only exchanges had been about neighborhood events, and he had security footage of Bella following him that night. For the first time, my parents saw Bella's true colors. She kept changing her story, first denying everything, then blaming Mark, then claiming she was just going through a rough time in her marriage. Tom stood there, stunned, as Bella's lies unraveled. The nurses had to intervene because Bella's blood pressure spiked. Tom left that night and moved back in with our parents. He isn't speaking to Bella now, and her family is handling her medical care. Over the next few days, more truths came to light. Several people who had believed Bella's lies came forward to apologize. They shared rumors Tom and Bella had spread, ones I hadn't even known about. They told people I was fired for stealing company funds and that I'd had multiple abortions due to promiscuity. I found myself buried under a mountain of debt, constantly turning to my family for help, but each time, the lies just seemed to pile up. My Aunt Paula revealed that Bella had told her I was addicted to prescription pills, and that was why I shouldn't be allowed to donate my kidney. One of my cousins shared that Tom had been spreading rumors about my mental instability, claiming I fabricated the stories of Bella flirting with Mark out of jealousy for her perfect life. Finally, Bella's own sister reached out to me, admitting that Bella had always been deeply envious of my close bond with Tom, feeling threatened by how much he relied on me. She even confessed that Bella tried to drive a wedge between us, spreading false rumors about Mark to isolate me from everyone. The hospital's transplant ethics committee is now reviewing Bella's case in light of everything that has come to light. My parents are devastated by the truth. Mom tried to reach out, but I'm not ready to engage with them yet. For months, they accused me of being heartless, calling me a murderer and turning everyone against me, all without ever questioning Bella's stories. The hardest part? If Mark hadn't stepped forward, I would have been trapped in the lie, branded as the cruel person who refused to save her sister-in-law out of spite. Bella almost succeeded in destroying my reputation, and I'm still processing everything. It's tough trying to rebuild relationships with family members who abandoned me. Some have apologized, but others still believe I should have donated, regardless of Bella's behavior. I'm coming to terms with the fact that those relationships may never heal. Update 3. Bella received a kidney transplant last week from an anonymous donor through the hospital's transplant program. The surgery was successful, but she developed complications and is still recovering in the hospital. In a shocking turn of events, Tom filed for divorce while Bella was still in recovery. He reached out to apologize, but I told him I needed time. Our parents are still grappling with everything that has happened. Mom finally gave me a genuine apology, admitting they pushed me so hard because they couldn't believe Bella and Tom were capable of such deception. She confessed that they always saw Bella as the perfect daughter-in-law and never imagined she would lie like that. Dad hasn't really apologized, but he's been leaving food at my doorstep every few days. Lisa and Mark moved to Seattle for Mark's new job, and we've remained close. We talk almost every day, and though Mark still feels guilty for not exposing Bella's behavior sooner, I understand why he stayed quiet. Lisa says that moving away was the best decision for them, given everything that happened in our community. Amy has been my rock throughout this turmoil. She's been there to support me through family gatherings and defended me when others believed Bella's lies. I honestly don't know how I would have managed without her unwavering support. Last week, I ran into Bella's sister, Kate, at the grocery store. She told me Bella finally confessed to her family, admitting everything after a breakdown following the transplant. Bella shared that she had been obsessed with maintaining a perfect life and saw me as a threat to that. Kate said Bella is now seeking therapy to address her issues, but to be honest, I don't care about her recovery anymore. The church community remains divided. Some have apologized for judging me, while others believe family obligations should have come first. I've stopped attending services there and found a new church in a nearby town. It's nice to worship without the weight of all this drama hanging over me. Tom is still living with our parents while his divorce is processed. He continues to message me, apologizing for believing the worst about me and falling for Bella's lies. Part of me understands that he was manipulated too, but he still chose to believe the lies about his own sister. That's not something I can easily forget. I'm slowly mending ties with the family members who supported him and Bella. Some have apologized, others want to move on, as if nothing ever happened. A few still think I should have donated the kidney, regardless of their behavior, but I've accepted that they'll never understand why I made the choice I did. My parents want to host a family dinner to start healing, but I'm not ready. They spent months calling me heartless, poisoning everyone against me, and never once considered the possibility that I was telling the truth about Bella. That kind of blind betrayal doesn't heal overnight. For now, I'm focusing on my own life. I got a promotion at work, and I'm planning a trip with Amy next summer. Lisa has even tried setting me up with Mark's cousin in Seattle. Maybe one day, Tom and I can repair our relationship, but that would require him to truly grasp the depth of the hurt he caused. Some bridges, unfortunately, can't be mended, and I'm learning to accept that. Bella's health is stable now, and I heard she's moving back to her hometown once she's recovered. Hopefully, that means this chapter of my life is finally coming to a close. I've learned so much about loyalty, family, and standing firm in the face of adversity. Sometimes, the hardest choices are the ones that are ultimately the right ones.